Hi everyone, and welcome back to another round of crochet goodness. For this project, we're going to use a DK or a number 3 light worsted weight yarn, as well as a size E crochet hook, a yarn needle, and a pair of scissors. If you are new to this channel, hi, my name is Kath and I do crochet tutorials. You can follow me on Instagram as well as my Facebook page at What About Yarn. And if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Starting off with a slip knot, we're going to work a chain of 20. Once you have 20 chains, we're going to work a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. To work a double crochet, you're going to yarn over and insert the hook into the stitch or chain. Grab the yarn and pull up a loop. Grab the yarn and pull through 2 loops. And grab the yarn and pull through the last 2 loops. Now you're going to work and repeat that double crochet into each of the chains across. So here I have a total of 18 double crochet for this side. Now on that very last stitch, we're going to add 1 double crochet. Chain 1. And again back into that chain or stitch, we're going to add 2 double crochet. After that, we're just going to work 1 double crochet for each of these stitches until we get to the end of this round. At the end of the row, we're going to chain 3. And turn our work. Now from here on, we will just repeat the pattern for row 2 or round 2 and round 3 all throughout the duration of the tutorial. So on round 2, we will work a front post double crochet into the next stitch. So to work a front post double crochet, you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into the 2nd stitch, into the back part of the 2nd stitch, like so. And then grab the yarn and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on the hook now. Grab the yarn and pull through the next 2 loops. And finally grab the yarn and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook, like so. Now on the next stitch, we will just work a double crochet. So that is the 3rd stitch right here. So now don't forget that chain 3, the turning chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. So that goes for the 1st stitch, front post double crochet on the 2nd stitch and double crochet on the 3rd stitch. Now on the next stitches, we will just repeat the front post double crochet and double crochet in each of the stitches. So on the next stitch, you will work a front post double crochet. And on the next stitch, again, a double crochet. So repeat that pattern until you get to the end of the row. So here at the center part, we ended with a double crochet into the last stitch. Now into the center chain 1 space, we're going to work the increases, which is a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet. So that will be the pattern for our increases. Now working on the opposite side, we're just going to repeat exactly the same stitches as what we did on the opposite side. So since our next stitch here is a double crochet, then we will work a double crochet into the next stitch. And since the next stitch is a front post double crochet, then we will also work a front post double crochet into the next stitch. So that's basically the pattern that you will repeat for the rest of the stitches across. So here, all in all, I have a total of 40 stitches and one center chain, one space in the middle part. Now, moving on to the next row, we're going to chain 3. And chain 3 here counts as 1 stitch. Now for this row, we will not be working our post stitches in the front part. Instead, we will do it in the back part. Yes, so instead of doing it like this, we will do it like this instead from the back part, yes? So to do that, to work a back post double crochet, you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into the next stitch from the back, just like so. Grab your yarn and pull up the loop. And then grab the yarn and pull through the next 2 loops. Like so. And finally grab the yarn and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. So, and that is our back post double crochet. Now on the next stitch, you're going to work a double crochet, just like what you did earlier from the previous row. So, and that's basically the pattern that you will repeat all throughout this part. So the next stitch is a back post double crochet. And the next stitch is a double crochet. And again, back post double crochet. Now repeat this pattern until you get to the middle part or the last stitch for this side or for this row. Okay, so here at the very last stitch, I ended with a back post double crochet. Now working on the center chain 1 space, we will work our increases, which is a double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Like so. Now for the rest of the pattern, you're just going to repeat the exact same stitch as the opposite side, just like what you did in the previous round. So do that and meet me back later when you're done. As you can see here, our cup is starting to form. Now from here on, you're just going to keep on repeating row 2 or round 2 and round 3 until you have a total of 13 rounds. So do that and meet me back later when you're done with this part. Okay, so here is my cup. And I already did my second one as well, as you can see, so that you don't have to watch me do this. So when you make your second cup, in my case this one, you're going to stop right here and we're going to cut the yarn and fasten off. We will not do the side strap on this part. Instead, we will cut the yarn and we will join the yarn into the other side of the cup. So I will show you how we will do that later. So for now, we will continue. I will show you how to continue working the strap for your first cup. Yes? So to continue, chain 3 and turn your work. Now we will just follow the exact stitch as the previous row. So back post, double crochet, and then double crochet. So back post, double crochet, and then double crochet on the next stitch. So you're going to keep on following the pattern until you reach the 10th stitch. So this is the 10th stitch right here. So do that until you reach that part. This is, by the way, 1.5 inch. So let's continue. So to continue, chain 3 and turn your work. And chain 3 here counts as 1 stitch, but this is a front post double crochet, so chain 3 here counts as 1 front post double crochet. So the next stitch is a double crochet. And the next stitch is a front post double crochet. And a double crochet. So repeat that until you get to the end of this row. When you get to the end of the row, you're just going to keep on repeating and following the pattern until you have a total of 13 rows for the side straps, or until you are content with the length of your strap. Just make sure that you don't make it too long because we still have to do the back part. Okay, so as I said earlier, when you make your second cup, you're not supposed to continue on the left side. Instead, you will cut the yarn and attach it to the right side of the cup. So from here, you're going to attach the yarn. So from here, you will just continue repeating the pattern for the other side of the strap. So chain 3. And the next stitch is a front post double crochet, so we will work a front post double crochet. The next stitch is a double crochet. And the next stitch is a front post double crochet. So repeat this pattern until you have 10 stitches and until you have the same length of rows as the opposite strap. Okay, so once you get to the end of your strap, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. This is, by the way, for the second cup or the second strap. Now we're going to slip stitch into each of the stitches. And we are doing this so that we will get to the bottom part without cutting the yarn. So we will just continue working in the bottom of our cup. Like so. Now at the end of the row, we will continue working towards the bottom. So you're going to chain 10 for this part. So you will chain in total. Here you can see that I did a chain of 8, but you will add 2 chains for this for building up the yarn. So when you have that, you're going to work a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook And do that for each of the stitches or for each of the chains. So here I have a total of 8 stitches. Now from here we will work the bottom part and we will just connect this row into the upper part itself. So here you will connect this into the ribbing that you can see here, this one. There is no definite stitch for this, so just insert it into the ribbing, just like what I'm doing here. Like so. Now after this, we will slip stitch twice into the next row. This part right here. So if you're going to look at it closer, you can see this better. So that is 1 and 2. Now chain 1 and then turn your work. Okay, so for this row, we will just repeat or continue with the pattern as the other row from the upper part. So here, this is a front post double crochet and double crochet. So that means that our next stitch is a front post double crochet. So front post and then double crochet. So just repeat the pattern until you get to the end of the row. Okay, so here I have 8 stitches, and just like what we did earlier, you're going to slip stitch into the ribbing. So just find any hole into the ribbing. You're very good at finding holes, so just insert that here. And then again, slip stitch twice into the next row. And chain 1 and turn your work. So from here, you will just repeat everything. So it's very simple. It's very easy. It looks a little bit complicated, but you will get there. So just repeat this pattern, working on each of the rows until you get to the last part or the last row, and meet me back later once you're there. Once you're done with that, we're now ready to connect both of the cups together. So what you're going to do here is you're going to connect the end stitches on both of the cups. Our end stitch for the cup is this double crochet right here. So we're going to connect both of the cups on that part or on that stitch. So take your yarn and you're going to attach it into both of the end stitches. So as you can see here, both cups are already connected. And from here, we will continue working on the rows all the way to the second cup. So turn your work. Are you still with me? So it's a little bit complicated pattern, but it's actually very easy to follow if you already get the hang of it. Now from here, we will slip stitch into the ribbing or the ridge. So slip stitch. And then slip stitch twice into the next row, just like what we did earlier. Now chain 1 and turn your work. So now we can start with the pattern for the previous row. So just the same pattern as what we did earlier. You will just continue doing that until you get to the end of the row. So do that and meet me back later when you're done with it. Of the row, we're also going to connect the upper part into the bottom part with a slip stitch. And turn your work, and we will also work a slip stitch into each of the stitches so that we have an even edge for the back part. And you will also do the same thing for the other edge as well. Once you're done, you're going to take your yarn needle and we're going to weave in all of the ends. For the halter strap, you're going to connect the yarn into the center part of your cup, and then you're going to start chaining as many chains as you need to go all the way around your neck. And once you have the length that you need, you're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the hook and in each of the chains until you get to the end of the row, and you will do the same thing for the other cup as well. You will also work a long chain for the ties at the back and thread it into the back part of the top on a crisscross manner. And for the last part, you're going to finish off by weaving all of the ends. And that marks the end of this tutorial. Friends, I hope you enjoy watching this video, and if you will make this top, please don't forget to tag me on social media at whataboutYarn. And if you like this video, please don't forget to leave a comment below. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!